Joey, that's JO.EY, originally from South London, Peckham, and songwriter, lyricist, and into futuristic soul and hip hop. Because with the sound that I kind of go for, which has been a lot of it's been inspired by 2NV, honestly. It's like an emerge of like, or a marriage of like, how could I say it? It's like ambient electronic mixed with like heavy hip hop, like 90s hip hop, like with them strong 90s thuds, like more deep and Nas and stuff. But just in terms of the groove, like it's really the grooves and stuff, like the ambient grooves that add that sort of soul element to it. But the spacey like sounds, like the electronic, like this, that, or whatever, that's that element of it. That's why I call it futuristic soul rather than just normal soul or whatever. And in terms of hip hop and stuff, just my approach tends to be like a strong variation of rhyme schemes and stuff, and talking about different, things that are happening. Like I have this policy of never adjusting the story of everything that I write. What I mean by that is everything that's happening in my life, that's what I'm writing. I'm not like, so you could listen to all of my records or albums, and you could be like, okay, yeah, he's at this point in his life, or he's at that point in his life. And I think that's what hip hop sort of swaying into, like getting back to just the realistic content of what's happening. And I mean, obviously you have some who are kind of characters and make up whatever they make up, but that can only last for a while, you know what I'm saying? When you're speaking the real, then that's where the longevity comes in. So that's why I refer to it as futuristic. So, well, I would say I've done quite a lot of the work that I've done previously was mainly to do with like just exercising my like skill of lyricism, etc. Just on like, say, 15 track mixtapes and stuff. I work closely with a master MC called Fred Fredders as well, who like overlooks a lot of my stuff, and we like do a lot of stuff. Initially we started doing like, say, covers to alternative music, so it was things like Evil Needle and stuff from France. He's like a hip hop producer. And who else can I mention? We had some original production from 2NV as well, but it's all into that alternative bracket stuff. So we used to just put out like mixtapes and stuff, just sort of exercising our skills. But the first official project that I want to lead people onto is the Defying-Convention project, which I'm due to put out, say, around mid-April. I haven't got an exact date, but we'll have that soon. But also I want to kind of leave a sense of just mystery in that as well, so that people get it when they least expect it. And but yeah, again, it's that sort of futuristic soul vibe with that hardcore hip hop, and you'll be able to find all of that stuff, as well as the recent single that I put out, Anyone They See, at alternativeregime.com. Yeah, so the Alternative Regime is it's not really like, it may evolve into a label or whatever, but it's fundamentally a mentality. So it's like being I don't want to say being like inclined to always do different, because I think that term different is kind of rinsed out, but it's like being inclined to just literally defy the convention, everything that's gone on, like break the status quo. So all the things that's been done in the past we're not doing. Obviously we gain inspiration from stuff that's happened in the past, etc. But I'm referring mainly to the British scene of urban music, because I think, to be brutally honest, like a lot of it is boring to me. I'm tired of hearing the same commercial rock, like bullshit. To be honest, like stuff that I think people are just making shit for the radio, like, or making it. But why not, break that regime? Defy that convention and come with something different in order to build a sense of growth within, that industry and stuff. And that's why I started the alternative regime, which is again just a mentality possessed by like artists like myself, who obviously started it, but several other artists who we co-sign rather than say, oh, they are artists. We just co-sign them. Say, for example, like Fred Freddy's, who I work closely with, who's a master MC, as I said before. We co-sign them for doing things that are, again, against the status quo. So it might be using a different drum pattern or some crazy sonic sounds that no one's ever heard before. You know what I'm saying? Into all of that shit. And so yeah, being alternative essentially. And in terms of Defying-Convention, with the actual project, the music in itself is like, takes reference of what I gain production from, like people who, like, say for example, have that sort of sound. Say for example, guys who I work closely with, who are like my older brothers, Tomorrow's Victory, who come with, like, have an ambient vibe, but at the same time it's like, as I say, I like doing, it's futuristic hip hop. Like it's hard to put an exact description on it, because like they just keep on changing and evolving. But to sum up, it's like, it's just I think the epitome of just saying F you to all of this commercial shit or whatever, and just going for like these crazy riffs and these, sounds that people don't really hear. And say for example, sampling simple vocals of like a vocalist singing one line or whatever, and sampling that one line and then flicking, adjusting the way it's, say, delivered adjusting the way it's delivered to create like a whole chorus or whatever and stuff like that. And working with, like, for example, another thing, kind of an extension to what we've just been discussing, like in terms of being alternative and different, like I would say, like, having the perfect singer sing the perfect hook is boring. Why not have the perfect singer sing like just 2 words and just loop those 2 words and come up with some crazy shit, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're into. And definitely from the project Defying-Convention, that's 100% what you can expect, and just raw lyricism. And again, as I said before, documenting on exactly what's happening in my life. And so that's talking about, say for example, in terms of my story, it's more to do with the topics that I touch on in the project would be like, say I have these tracks called SI times 2, which is with one track, SI times 2, which just means stick it in stick it in. And when you listen to it, you'll think, oh, it's simply about intercourse, but it's not necessarily about that. What it is that when I've gone out and stuff, like I'm in conversation with girls and they're telling me, like, that's my intention to have sex with them or whatever, but they're on some long explanation shit or whatever, and I'm just like, yo, you should just let me stick it in and stuff. And that's from just those, like, just that simple phrase or whatever, I made this song and stuff. And when you hear it, it's crazy. And even another song which is called Mature Pussies, like, you would think, it's just another whatever sex song or whatever, but it's actually a song based on rejection. Like, Mature Pussies is taken from the fact that when I've been out again, I've been in conversation with older girls, and they've been like, oh, nah, like, I can't, like, we can't do anything, you're too young or whatever, or you're cute that you're too young and all that shit. But I'm just like you should just let me give it to you or whatever. And that's why we use just that simple phrase, you should let me give it to you. And I collaborated with an amazing vocalist who I don't think I can declare her name on camera because I think her manager's told me to keep it on the low, but she's definitely gonna fuck up the world soon. Yeah, like that again, that Mature Pussies track is talking about me saying that phrase because a lot of older girls have been like, oh no, you're too young or whatever, and I'm telling them, no, we should just do this, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, like having a different approach to like the way we create songs essentially. And yeah, so I don't want to say too much about the project because obviously I want you guys to listen to it, but when you hear it, like it's you know what I'm saying, we don't disappoint, I don't make stuff, you know what I'm saying, if I'm putting it out it means that it's quality, like that's the bottom line of it. So you can check out the website, which is www.thealternativeregime.com. You can check me out on Twitter at Jaffa Cake JO.EY. Yeah, hit me up on the website, you can contact me directly from the website. So that's with any inquiries you might have, and even I think, well, I'm due to do some work closely with 2MV, so you can maybe check out their website as well. That's www.tomorrowsvictory.com. Might have some stuff that we've collaborated on together. But yeah, once again, www.alternativeregime.com. Everything's there, and yeah. It's crazy. Also, check out www.gumball3000.com. I'm sure everyone knows about Gumball 3000, but we've kind of finalised a sort of official representation that they'll be doing of me. So that's from like sponsoring me in terms of clothing, etc. And so I should be featured a lot on their social media sites, etc., as well as, say for example, a lot of their clothing being all over everything that I do. So yeah, definitely Gumball 3000, and shout out to them for that. And yeah, keep grinding.
And I might just mix them ingredients, so I might not be that lenient. Who's gonna be this genius? Who's gonna rise to the phoenix? Who's gonna fuck with a real talk?